So if you have a suspicion that your slime ball competitor is using a company like that, don't hesitate. You got to take this in your own arms and then handle it right away. If you have a question, if it's questionable, again, feel free to call me. All right, so this is something that we do on the back end, and I'm not sure how many of you guys do this, but I think it's pretty helpful. How many of you guys require your technicians to do thank you cards after every call? Quite a few. That's awesome. So we do this all the time. We do the review request. Asking for a referral is the same thing as asking for a review. If you don't ask for a referral, you ain't going to get one. If you don't ask for a review, you're not going to get one. It's the same thing. It's not that complicated. Just if you earn it, and you can ask for it. If you don't earn it, don't be that slime ball that begs for a review like this car salesman, where he's all about just simply, give me a good review, I need a good review, I need it to be a 5-star review. Make it about earning the review. All right, and then if you're not first, you're last, like famous Ricky Bobby said, so you guys got to get started early. The sooner you guys get started, the sooner you guys will win and be kings of your territory, all right? So let's get going. Really? You like that, huh? Well, it's the end of the day. I'm the last speaker, so I got to get you guys aroused or excited or something. I'm trying to slip in some subliminal messages. So we're in a nice, pretty area, so if you're with a significant other, it's an opportunity. So 4 steps to success. Create a buzz-winning team. Get more real reviews from your customers. Turn those real reviews into calls, from clicks into calls, and then use those reviews to create more sales opportunities. That's basically our system. That's the 4 parts of our system. Number 1 is we help train your employees from the CSRs down to the actual field person. We have created a reward system, so every time they get a good survey or a good review, they're rewarded for it. They get an email notifying them this customer wrote them a good review or a good survey. You, as a boss or the manager, gets to see those great reviews, and so when you do see that guy, you can give him a high five in the hallway. Normally, you would never even know that to do that, right? So now you have that ability to see and reward your guys in a public place. Not to mention, if you do it right, you can do some really cool things in your meetings, on a weekly meeting, where you give out prizes and awards for great customer service experiences. And this is really a unique way to really bring the team together and really, truly change your culture to be customer-focused. And if you don't track, you can't measure. You can't manage what you can't measure. So tracking good customer experiences is critical. The bad ones is critical. Our system is based on getting reviews, but it's also based on a program called NPS. I know it's an acronym and it's a little confusing, but NPS stands for Net Promoter Score. So you think about it like this: there's a score of 0 through 10. It asks the ultimate question: how likely are you to recommend this company? 9s and 10s are your promoters. 7 and 8s are your neutral, they're not going to do either. The 0 through 6s are the ones that are going to hurt your business, detractors. So how the NPS score works is that it gets your total, all your promoters minus your detractors, and gives you a total score. Are you guys with me on that? Your promoters minus your detractors, it gives you a total score. That's a KPI you need to know. And we provide that for you on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis. And in fact, we'll give you that to you down to the employee. So you can see every single employee's NPS score based on how likely he is to be recommended, because that really is what matters. When you do your reviews, it should be about sales, but it should also be about what's the score? How good are you taking care of my customers? And you know the good thing about this program is it has a natural incentive piece to it. If they don't have good reviews, they're not going to do very well with their company, because the other technicians are going to have better reviews than they do, and most likely they're going to be the ones that are going to be chosen over them. So step 2, you got to make it easy for your customers to write reviews. Question?
I have a few questions. One is, if you have, because I uploaded all of our people on there, and as of now, if they're sent to give the review card to the customer, they can only pick one employee to give a review for.
Well, that's if they go through that route. The route that you should be using is the email. Right.
Well, let's say the customer goes that way. Will it impact us poorly if the customer goes back and writes a review for each person who came to our house and then post it? Will that look more like it's fake than if it was just one review from the customer? I
wouldn't necessarily say it would be that too big of a problem. As long as, one thing I'll tell you on the whole fake thing, don't use iPads when asking for reviews, because that IP address could make it look fabricated, because that IP address is used over and over again. But, you know, honestly, you're probably in a little bit more of a rural area and have older customers, so it's probably harder to get them to get an email. But what we've done in that we've found, and I'll show you in a second, is what we do is we tell the customer, for your safety, Mrs. Jones, we're going to send out a picture of who's coming to your house, and also we're going to show you what his customers say about him. You're going to actually get to see his online reviews. Now that has changed. We used to have like a 10 to 15% conversion on email captures, but because we say for your safety, we're sending out a picture of who's coming to your house. So that's part of our program. We send out a profile picture of the guy who's coming to the house with all of his reviews. So if you do that way, then you can send a review request through our system, which could include a CSR, and it will include your lead installer and maybe even a salesperson. So you can have as many people as you want on that review request. Or you can have it simple down to one person. So it's like the way you just pointed out.
Okay, then I have one other question. That is, because people go through ReviewBuzz and then they go out to those other sites. ReviewBuzz, you don't have any way of pulling into the person's dashboard if someone went directly to Google Plus or someone went directly to...
Yeah, not yet.
There's no way to do that.
Not yet, but we are moving towards that, where we'll be able to bring that stuff in. And
I'm just curious.
yeah, for right now, the game plan is for everyone to be proactive and ask for reviews, and if that's the way it's done, it's likely to come through the system, and that way it's all kept within the system.
Is there any, you had mentioned that the employees had thought they'd given good service, but the customer obviously didn't think it was good enough to do a review until he was having the magic moments. Is there any, of course you're supposed to always have the magic moment, is there any phrase that you might recommend for the technicians or the installers before they leave about how to approach the customer in a way to make sure that they're both on the same page, that there was a good experience? Some way to ask that question, so if there's something else they could do, or if there's a problem, we're alerted to it before it gets up on
It's definitely, the way that I found that works the best is personalizing it and making sure that the person asking for the review is the person who's saying who's going to benefit. So it's not about the company, it's about the individual. But
just to check in with the customer that they are on the same page, that they've had, that the experience was good. How would you word that so that?
Well, how about this? Let me get to you off. We'll talk afterwards if you don't mind, because I got like literally 9 minutes left, and I got another like 30 slides to cover, so I don't know how that's going to happen. But it's actually just having a lot of fun here, so it's all good. So, so real quickly, the review process. We hand this little ReviewBuzz card out. It looks just like this, and it's got your technician's name, potentially if you want it printed out on the bottom right corner. And essentially, that's how the customer starts the process. This is what you were talking earlier, like which review sites are the ones that are most important. What we believe is giving your customers the options, because every customer has their own preference. Some are Yahoo users, some are Yelp users, some are Facebook users, some are, there's a lot of different potential review sites they can write a review on. Give them the choice. So that's how our system is designed. In fact, this is brand new. We're going to be rolling this out. This is what I was talking about, the mobile version. This will be out next month. The version that we have today is this quick 4-step process. And this is where the customer can see the individual employees and pick their employee and that kind of thing. So that's how the process makes it easy for your customers to write the reviews. And then our automated system, if you ask for a review, they don't actually they don't give you the review, you want to follow up with a survey. So the survey goes out automatically just in case they didn't do the review, because you ultimately want to know if you're delivering good service. You want to make darn sure that it's not about just getting reviews online. It's about making sure every one of your team members within your company are delivering the ultimate remarkable experience. And then getting more phone calls. This is why I started the company, was because I wanted to get more phone calls. And there's no question that if you have reviews on your website, you're going to get more phone calls. In this study, this company saw an increase of nearly double the amount of calls they were getting because of their using online reviews on their website. In fact, this is, if you look right here on our website, we have a little badge that you can install on your website. It takes really, literally no time. It's a little bit of code. And that way your customers can see your reviews. Now, what we've done with that is when the customer opens that up, they can see all of our reviews without having to leave our website. So this is an example of how to create that stickiness so they don't leave your site. This reduces that bounce factor. And the other thing that I'm excited about more than anything I'm doing right now is I firmly believe that if you leverage, this is an option, okay, you don't have to do this, but if you put your people on your website and you face them forward and you give your customers the option to see their personal reviews like we have right here, that's going to give you an advantage over your competition. Now, I hear a lot of people tell me, oh, what about if my competitor steals my employees, right? Well, in my good old days when I was dying for employees, I used to pull over trucks in my car because they was a plumbing truck. I need a plumber. I pull them over and offer them a fat-ass sign-on bonus, and I would take them that way. And there's all kinds of ways they can steal your employees, so don't think this is the only way that they can do it. So, again, this is optional. This is not part of, you don't have to do it this way. This is me being crazy and trying something that I think is going to be absolutely the new way business gets done. I got 5 minutes, so this is, I'm going to rush through this real quickly. This is the email profile that goes out to your customer, and you can see the profile actually has your picture of your technician, a little bit of certifications and awards, a quick little bio, and most importantly, his reviews. And the customer can see all of his reviews, and the reviews usually have their name in it. So this is an easy way for you to send out this thing to your customer to create that social trust. So before he even gets to your house, they're already feeling confident and comfortable with him because Facebook said so, because Google said so, because when they click on those links to the right, they can see where those reviews are written on. And then we also use this for like installation jobs. If you're a sales guy, if you know your business, you know how to sell your installers. If your installers have great reviews, it's going to give you a much better chance of selling more equipment. So I highly recommend you print this out if you're on our system so you guys can leverage that piece as a good leave behind. No question, I was talking to Rick Picard earlier, and he gave me a nice testimonial. Reviews definitely help when you're selling, and he uses reviews all the time. Look at our reviews, Mrs. Jones. You'll see that we're a trustworthy company. So reviews will help you increase your sales without a question. And we have no time for questions, unfortunately, but I will be here for the rest of the day, so if you want to ask me questions, we can do that. Quick little before and after. Here's a company we started really early. They had literally 17 reviews. They have almost they have way over 500 reviews now. And you can see they have reviews across Google, Yahoo, Facebook, Yelp, etc. And you can see their revenue went up significantly that year. 27% increase in business. So that's obviously a huge success story. And this is literally the first user of our program, Jeff Belk. All right, so this is the moment of truth. Do you want to be this guy? All right? This guy is going to get his ass kicked because he's not leveraging his customers. And you are, because this is you. All right? This is you with Review Buzz. This is you without Review Buzz. This is you with Review Buzz. This is you without Review Buzz. Any questions? All right, so this is an example of you with great reviews on your website. I'm going to give you guys something free because Joe's the man and I want to take care of Joe's customers. And this is actually literally a $99 value, so don't tell anybody about this. And if you paid for this, I'll refund your money because I don't want anybody feeling cheated here. But $99, I'll do a free Buzz score report for you guys. It'll give you basically your credit score report. In fact, if you're already a customer, you want this, I'll give this to you as well. So it will give you how you look on these different review sites because you don't really know how bad you may look. So we're passing out a little flyer. That's our special. So if that's something you want to interested in or you want to look into Review Buzz some more, we'll be in the back. Thank you so much for your time. It truly is an honor to be here and give you helpful information. If you want to connect with me, my website, mike@reviewbuzz.com, my email address. Find me on Facebook. I'd gladly accept your friendship. So with that, thank you very, very much.
Mike, you had a fun presentation. This is the way to wind up a conference. That was really good.
Wow, thank you, Steve.
Good
from
pace.
A superstar like you, I think that very wow.
And don't you forget it.
I won't. Write me a review.
Good stories, those images, excellent pace. Way to go.
Thank you very, very much.
I can see why you're making a positive difference for the trades.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Good job, man. All right. Joe, we having fun?
I'm having a great time.